Okay. I'm introducing Dr. Scholastica Udebe. She's a management consultant and trainer, and she's speaking on the effective communication in healthcare. Dr. Mrs. Scholastica Ebarifimia Udebe is an educationist, a professional marketer, researcher, public speaker, management consultant with over 30 years of working experience across sectors. She has a PhD in international business from the Lagos State University and a PhD in geography and regional planning with a major in agricultural geography from the Ambrose Ali University. She has a postgraduate diploma in education from the University of Lagos and an MSc in business administration specializing in marketing from the same university in 1995. She is a BSc degree honors in business administration from the University of Lagos. She is a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants, a fellow of National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria, a member Institute of Strategic Management of Nigeria, member of trustees, Road Transport Enlightenment and Development Association of Nigeria. Dr. Mrs. Scholastica Udebe, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. MC. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I know you've all eaten pounded yam, rice, so some of us are ready to sleep, but there's no room for sleeping. Is it allowed? No. It's never allowed in any class. So we must not sleep. If you find anybody trying to doze, what do you do to the person? You talk to the person. As far as I'm in control of this class, if you find anybody sleeping, what do? It is allowed, and there is no offense. So please, we must not sleep. You cannot even afford to sleep in my class. It's not possible. Never. It's not allowed. We are here today because we're trying to look at something that is very, very crucial to the society. Improving patient outcome through ethical conduct and professionalism. For you to do this, you cannot do it in isolation. You cannot do it on your own. There's one thing that must take place, and others what? Communication. But not just communication, but we are talking of effective communication. If you have communication, if it's not effective, it's as good as not communicating at all. Please, next. So we are here, we have the honor of thanking the Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives for organizing this type of program at this crucial time, where people are suffering, most people are passing through different trauma. You know, this pandemic actually caused a lot. I locked myself in the house, believe me honestly, for more than 1 month. I did not go anywhere. My children said, "Mommy, please stay at home." They said the elderly ones are the ones they're going to have coronavirus. They said they are going to have. They did not even say they are going. They said they are going to have. I said, "No, God forbid bad thing." So please, so many people have suffered. So many people are still weeping because of this COVID-19. And when you look at it, All these people are at your mercy. Because once we have a problem, where do we go to? To see the doctors. So you can help destroy them, kill them, if you want to take a knife and just slaughter them. But at the same time, with the way you communicate to them, what do? You can bring them back to life. So we are here today to do what? To bring people back to life. And that is through effective communication. Because of the time, I will just very, very fast. Effective communication in healthcare practice is of great importance for healthcare professionals. Workers within the healthcare setting must communicate clearly with each other, their patients, patient relative, and among others. So many. So, the essence of this program is to create patient care that people will see you and will be happy. People will see you when they come to the hospital. Patient coming into the hospital, they feel happy coming. Not when they come. Just looking at you. You just give them the signal, say, you are finished. This place is not meant for you. Do you know that's what most of you do? Just looking at you at times, especially the nurses, I'm sorry to say. That is why you see, even when people are struggling to survive, they go to private hospital. Not that they have the money, but just because the way people communicate. You nurses, especially the doctors, the way you communicate to them when they come to government hospital. So the essence of this program is to change our orientation. Orientation must change as regards communication within the hospital. We have different types of communication, but the one we are more particular about is both the what? The verbal and the non-verbal. The non-verbal is very, 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 very important. Actually, it determines 65% of your comportment in life. Because the way people look at you, the way you dress, the way you move within the hospital will determine if you are approachable or not. Some of us, instead of attending to patients, what do? We sit down and doze off. Even if we are not dozing off, we are busy buying shoes, slippers. Isn't it? That's when they know that yes, I have a party. What are you going to wear tomorrow? It's weekend. Then can a patient talk to somebody discussing how he's going to buy a shoe? What are you telling the person? I don't have time for you, please. I'm not available. Shake me. You are blessed. I'm not available. But from now on, after this program, the office of the speaker have done, I don't know how to thank him for thinking of such a program. After this program, so long you are within the hospital environment, you must be available. So we are here, we're going to look at it. Patient satisfaction. When you talk of satisfaction, I'm sure some of us first don't really know what satisfaction is all about. Satisfaction is not giving the patient the right medication alone. Do you know that? Satisfaction, for you to derive the right satisfaction, is immediately you get into the hospital. Right from the attendant, the security man. before you now end up with the doctor. If the security man is available to attend to you and tell you where to go to, the right place, you'll be happy. Then you now meet the record keeping, what they call them? Medical records. Those ones, they'll say, drop the card there. Drop the card. And the card will be there. Nobody to attend to you. In the next 1 hour, you're waiting for them to bring your folder. But somebody will walk in. See, I will tell you the truth. I like going to government hospital because I know you get the best medical attention there. That's where you have the consultant, the big ones. But for you to make it easy for me, right from immediately from the card reader or card whatever you call the person, I won't tell you lies. It might be my fault. Whenever I give my card, I put like 500 naira. No, I am telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Because I cannot afford to wait. Motivation. But is it right? I'm very, very wrong. I'm doing it because I cannot afford to wait. I told somebody, I said, see, instead of me to go to private hospital and go and pay millions, one doctor is in charge of everybody. Is the gynecologist, is the geologist, is the everything. But I'd rather go to government hospital where. But it is wrong. How many people can afford to do that? Are you getting it? Please, let's try to do the job of which we are. Most of us, we say we are not paid well. We are not paid well. That is why. I can tell you, if you have the wrong orientation from the word go, even when you are paid millions, you destroy the atmosphere. When we talk of hospital, are we talking of the 4 walls of the hospital? No! We are talking of the people. You and I. So we determine the atmosphere of the hospital. You keep on saying the atmosphere, no conducive environment. The ones that you have you been able to manage it? How many of us, to be honest with yourself, as a doctor, as a nurse, you go to work and you see a piece of paper and you decide to pick it. How many of you on the floor? Rather, you'll be calling who? The hotly, isn't it? Please come. But if it's your house, won't you pick it up? If it is in your own house, will you pick it up or not? Yes, but the hospital, job description, but it's your office. The duty of any staff is to keep your environment clean. That is the duty. Because the way your environment is determines who you are. You cannot be living in a filthy environment and you want people to respect you. Who are you? That's the way people will look at you. If I come to your house and I see papers, litters all over the places, do you think I will respect you? Automatically I'll say, who is the woman of this house? So it's not everything. If the ugly sees you are picking it, the ugly will be what? Vigilant. And make sure that there's no death surrounding you. You understand? Because he will not want you to bend down and pick any death. And you are saying it in front of patients, in front of nurses. You are supposed to operate as a team within the hospital. There must be good team player. You must be a good team player. Then, what happens with it? When you go there, what happens? When people enter the environment, people will feel what? Welcome. Communication is all about feeling welcome. You feel welcome anywhere you enter. That's the signal that should be sent out. Not you criticizing one colleague. No. All this must stop. It is common with government hospital. That is why you see people struggle to pay for private hospital when they don't even have the money. Next, please. So the main purpose is to improve patient outcome through ethical conduct and professionalism. So this program is geared towards eliminating carelessness. What do I say? Carelessness. Most of us are careless in discharging our duties. And for one, I've experienced it in a bitter way. The consultant gave a prescription, asked the nurse to do it. Instead of administering one drip first, before the other one, after 30 minutes, administer the next one. The nurse administered a drip that was supposed to be the last one. And the consultant came back. What are you doing? No! They now removed it. They now put another drip. Before you know it, oh, I lost my husband. Prof, gone. I didn't want to go to that general hospital that day. Because the senior sister is the matron, and said, "Man, bring him. We now went. And that's what happened in General Hospital, Lagos. All because of what? Carelessness. I know the job is demanding. You people are stressed. But in order for you to take a risk that is unworth, what do? You excuse yourself. Once you're tired, what do? You excuse yourself. You take a break. You take a break. And people will respect you for that. We know we have more patients than doctors, than nurses. A doctor serving maybe up to 200 patients a day. Nurses, the same thing. But we find ourselves in a situation that we cannot help it. Something that you cannot help, what do? You manage it. You must manage it. Because that's where you are there. You are a manager. And God will bless you as you do that.
Amen.
Next page. So, for effective communication to take place, you send a clear message. Clear message in the sense that both you and your patient must be operating at the same level. You come down to the level of who? Your patients. Some of you will start speaking jargon, medical jargon, in front of a patient that did not go to school, because you want to prove that you are a doctor. Oh, okay. Have you heard of the language? Garbage in, garbage out. So you have not communicated. When your patient cannot even explain what you're saying, you are talking to yourself. The message must be clear. So this program has been organized for you to change your orientation. level of the patient. Are we going to do that? You are not doing it. That is why this is a refresher course, to remind you. Some of you might be doing it, but majority are not doing that. So this is the essence of this refresher course. Because some of you know it. But at times, you know, maybe when you just get to the hospital, you forget why you are there. You have forgotten totally that no two individual is exactly the same. You are a doctor. I am a farmer. And you are talking to me. You are speaking what? Jargons. So how do you want me to understand? That is no communication. So, you must develop good teamwork and collaboration. You are not an island. That is why you belong to a particular sector. Because they don't want you to be alone, isn't it? So you must be able to work as a team. Because when a patient enters the hospital, picks up the card, sees the nurse, there are some things the nurse must do before taking the file to the doctor. So it must be as a team. And you must be very, very fast. Because time is money. You must be fast. In the sense that, especially when it comes to healthcare service, 1 minute might be what? Dangerous. 1 minute might be very, very dangerous. You must realize the fact that anybody that is in the hospital is because the person has a problem. The person did not come there to come and eat rice. He's there because the person needs medical attention. So you must be very, very fast to attend to your patient. That is why you see people go to private hospitals and run away from government hospitals. So our orientation must do what? Must change. You understand? That bureaucracy. Please, don't disturb me. Must change. I'm coming. Can't you see I'm eating? Somebody is crying right in front of you because of pain. You will see a nurse say, can't you see I'm eating? What's the meaning of that? Are you that heartless? Will the food run away? If you know you must eat, what do? You excuse yourself and go somewhere quietly that nobody will see you and eat and get back to your seat. But you'll be eating right in front of a patient that is crying. And you'll be telling the patient, can't you see I'm eating? What are you eating? That food will choke you. That is the truth. Nice one. Because you believe me, you read it. Let's call a spade a spade. Do you know some patients come to the hospital? If it would have been possible to take a knife and stab a nurse or doctor, they will do that. Please, that attitude must change. That behavior must change. In fact, there should be a departmental meeting. No nurse should eat in front of patients. Believe me honestly. No nurse should eat in front of patients. Somebody is crying, suffering. You are eating. And you tell the person, can't you see I'm eating? May God help us. Understand the importance of intercultural communication. That is another big problem in our government hospital. If he's a Yoruba man, if he's in Lagos, you cannot speak Yoruba, it's a problem. If a woman stands in front of you, you size the person from head to toe. You expect everybody to speak your language. It's not possible. It's not possible. What I expect from you is what? Grace, mercy at any particular point in time. Like God, love. Whoever you come across at any particular point in time, show love. Your reward might not be in Nigeria. You can be surprised. It might be somewhere, maybe in the US. Now I don't get value. And you'll be earning what? Pounds, euro, dollar. So you think that your reward must always be in Nigeria? Okay. Is the hand of God to it is well. You understand? Operate at that person's level. Are you getting it? Listen patiently. Some of us don't listen. Have a favorite body language. You understand? Show empathy. Not using unnecessary medical slang that is only you that understands. Not being judgmental. Clearing doubt and confirm whether they have any question. How many of you have ever bothered to ask your patient, do you have any question? Do you do that? Yes. Doctors, if I may say. No, doctors too. But nurses. Even when you ask them questions in government hospital, things have changed. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, yeah. I pray so. So let's clap for ourselves. Maybe I have to go back again and do my research. Yes. Things have changed. Yes. I'm happy to hear that. That's the good news. Center of excellence. Okay, it is well. But the most important thing, this is a refresher course. So if you've not been doing it, what do you do now? God bless you. Now we are talking. So you must learn to greet. Rules for effective communication. The message must be clear. The sender must deliver message clearly and concisely. The receiver must be able to hear and receive the message. Interruption, and this must be avoided. It is very, very important. If you send a message that your receiver cannot decode, you're on your own, no. You understand? So advantages of effective communication, you have positive outcome, improved information flow, more effective intervention, improved safety, enhanced employee morale, increased patients and family satisfaction, decreased length of stay, improved safety and quality of patient care. If we operate, if we change our orientation and accept this refresher course, since you said you're already doing it, but so I'll call it a refresher course, this will happen. And people will start rushing to government hospitals. But don't deceive yourself. You understand? Be honest with yourself. So, there are so many barriers to communication, I agree with you. Because some of you are facing stress. One nurse in charge of 200 patients. One doctor in charge of 50 patients. So I don't know how you do it. But the Lord is your strength. But as far as I'm concerned, as a manager, once you identify a problem, automatically what happens? Solution must come. Are you getting it? Solution must come. Because a problem identified is as good as being absorbed. medication, then what do? You do the opposite, isn't it? So that you avoid those barriers. So let's look at the barriers now. We have environmental barrier, yes, such as competing demand, lack of privacy, background noise, patient condition of health, medication, pain, staff conflict, high workload. I'm sure that's what you always want to hear, high workload, so that you now support yourself. Worn out, well done. Staff conflict, fear of and anxiety, lack of skills, difference in perceptions and viewpoint, language barrier, distraction, physical proximity. But some of you, I don't know how, a nurse will tell you that I'm covering the ward and at the same time the clinic. Is it possible? How'd you do it? That is why you are meant to be magician. Do you know that? That is why you are meant to be magician. Because you people are God sent to people like us. No, not spirit. You will not die. You will live to testify to the goodness. Yes. Lack of proof of information, shift change, physical disability like hearing problem or speech difficulties, limited